Hello students, welcome back to the video series of technical communication. This is your instructor Dhruvi Bhatt, and as I promised, today we would be talking more about creative thinking. In the previous lecture, we understood that there are two basic types of thinking, that is critical thinking and creative thinking. In today's lecture, we would be more focusing on creative thinking, as in the previous lecture we understood more about critical thinking. Before we go further, I would like to introduce the basic difference between the two of them, critical thinking and creative thinking. If critical thinking is more analytical and it is more convergent, we can say creative thinking is more creative or more generative in nature. Okay, we can say that it is used to generate new ideas, it is used to combine existing ideas, it is used to find new solutions, it is used to find something totally out of the box, while critical thinking is just looking so much into the box that you cannot think outside the box at all. So in critical thinking, you would be analyzing the present ideas which you have, you would be finding out solutions based upon logic and based upon lot of research work which you would be doing. But as a creative thinker, on the other hand, you would be thinking more about what you do not have to think at all. The ideas which do not come to general people come to creative thinkers. Students, no one actually knew that there is something known as gravity until Sir Isaac Newton thought about the apple which fell from tree. Okay. So, in creative thinking, you must be having that courage to think what others have not thought. Then you will be a creative thinker. Let us move further and understand that what are different creative thinking skills. First and foremost, students, in creative thinking, you would need to ask lot of questions. Okay, you need to in creative thinking, you can find something new only by asking questions. So the basic skill in creative thinking is asking questions to even the littlest of things. Why is this room bright? Why is sunlight not very good today? Why is the weather so bad? Or why am I feeling blue today? Okay, so ask different questions, find different answers, and you are a creative thinker. The next skill of creative thinking is reflection. If you remember, we studied this in critical thinking strategies too. You would be asking that, ma'am, why are you confusing us? Even critical thinkers practice reflection, even creative thinkers practice reflection. Then what is the difference? The difference is how do they practice reflection. Critical thinkers practice reflection to find the ideas which they already have and implement those ideas, to find in the theories which they already know, to understand or to remember the theories which they already know, and to use it in some solution to some problems or in the situation. While creative thinkers use reflection to find something new by finding something inside themselves. Okay, they are trying to use their thought process to find something new, to reflect their personality and to showcase. They must be at least to showcase or to identify something new, to learn something new. They must be knowing that what they already know, and they must be having the knowledge about what is there inside their brains. Only then they can think something outside that brain. I hope you understand this. Okay. Thirdly, students, creative thinkers are wild. They are not afraid to be wild, to be very much out of the box, to be very crazy, wild, or more importantly, they are being themselves. So, as creative thinkers, let anyone say any bullshit about you, but you make sure that you remain steadfast to your opinions. Even if people think you are crazy, you should just stand there and think whatever is best for you. Okay, one more creative thinking skill is that the creative thinkers do not judge their ideas too soon. Okay, as creative thinkers, make sure that you do not judge your ideas so soon and reject them before trying to accommodate them, or before trying them at all. Okay, do not reject these ideas, do not judge your ideas too soon, do not be afraid of failures. That is how you will be creative. Okay, all of us suffer from the same problem of being afraid of failures. What if this doesn't work? This is a crazy idea. What if others would laugh at me? Okay, do not think about what others would think, otherwise what would others do? So make sure that you do not reject your ideas too soon. Whenever you come up with a new idea, give it a try and you are good to go. Okay, one more thing, ideas would come to you and they can be forgotten in a jiffy. So make sure that you doodle those ideas, you bring those ideas on paper or on the drawing board, because if they are properly arranged using a picture, then there is very less possibility of them being forgotten, and you would be able to picturize them, or you would be able to showcase them more in a more definite or more better way by using doodling. So our creative thinkers mostly use doodles to showcase their ideas. Everyone is aware of doodles, right? They are little pictures in which ideas are drawn. Who doesn't know about Google Doodles? Google Doodlers are the most creative people I know, trust me. And students, lastly, creative thinkers are not afraid if the world calls them silly. Was PK afraid? No, he wasn't. They are not afraid if you are creative. Do not be afraid if the world thinks that you are crazy, that you are silly. Do you know that people thought Einstein was crazy? I am telling the truth here. Yes, they thought that he is silly, his ideas do not work. Initially, there will be many people who would try to bring you down, but you need to go up there. You need to think outside the box. You need to make sure that you instantiate creativity and include it in each state of life, in each solution of your problems. Okay, let us move further and try to understand that what are some creative thinking strategies. Okay, you would again be asking me the same question, that ma'am, teach us to be creative. We are not creative. Creative people are born. Again, as speakers are not born, creative thinkers are also not born. You can also be the next Albert Einstein. These are the only some of the strategies which you need to follow. First and foremost, brainstorm ideas. Brainstorm ideas means try to generate new ideas from the existing ideas. Just keep on thinking and thinking and thinking about the ideas which can change this world, which can make a difference. Okay. Secondly, play with the idea. Whenever you have time, in the back of the mind, just when you are walking after the dinner or just while having dinner, if you are not talking with your family members while having dinner, then even while eating, you can just play with an idea. Think about an idea, engross yourself into it, think about different possibilities with that idea. Just play with the idea knowingly as well as unknowingly. Okay. Thirdly, try to paint a theory. If you have got some idea, try to paint the idea in your minds. Okay, try to create a canvas. If you are not very good at doing it in your mind, then try to create a real canvas and try to showcase your idea in that canvas, and by painting that theory, you would be able to connect it more efficiently. Okay, this is the concept on which our design engineering subject is based, students. Here the concept says that by drawing on canvases, that by creating more picturization of thoughts, you would be able to connect those thoughts more creatively. So paint this theory and connect this theory. Ask the same question again and again until and unless you do not get the creative answer. Okay, the best answer, the answer which is just not accepted by anyone. The moment you are rejected, it is the moment you start being successful. Okay, so students, creative thinkers are the ones who find failures very interesting, and who find that there is always a path beyond failure. It was just an opportunity. which was explored, and now there are much more opportunities to come. So ask the same question again and again, get the answer and get the craziest of answers. Okay, combine some features. If you cannot think something entirely new, think of combining existing features. How do you think that a pen along with a mobile holder came into being? How do you think a food processor came into being? How do you think a smart TV came into being? Combining the different features of highly used things like televisions, like internet, combining all these things, all these products were developed. How do you think a car with an LED screen came into being? By combining such great things and by coming up with such great ideas. That is what creative thinking does, where you will think what others have not thought, and you will, by combining two things, you can come up with the ideas which are very much useful. Okay, change your routine. If you are stuck in the same routine, you will not be able to become creative, because it is a 9 to 5 routine. You have the same routine set. You will come up with the same ideas every day. Change your routine, try to do something new every day, and it would help you get new ideas. Okay, moving onwards, be open to ideas. Do not scare yourself by telling that no, I am not the person who can come up with new ideas. I am not the person who can deal with these new ideas. I want to make sure that I stick to age-old methods, age-old technologies, age-old ideas. Then you will not become successful. Be open to ideas. From wherever they come to you, let them come to you. Okay. One more thing, indulge and believe in creative serendipity. Only the word is difficult. Serendipity means magic. Believe in magic, believe in chances. Okay. As a creative thinker, believe that yes, this thing can happen even if it feels unrealistic at the beginning. Okay. Even if you feel that okay, this idea is totally impossible, there the word says itself that I am possible. So believe in chances. Take this chance and become creative. Okay. Keep on asking the what if questions. What if a fan is replaced by an air conditioner? What if a bulb is square instead of round? What if an LED screen is flat instead of being too bulky? These were the questions which were asked, and they got very good and profitable answers. Don't you think so? So keep on asking what if questions. Keep an ideas book. As the ideas come to you, keep a book to write them down or doodle them down immediately, so that you can refer them at a later point in time. Nowadays it is easier, just jot them down in your mobile phones. That's enough. Okay. So that was all about creative thinking, students. But before telling you thank you, I know you are waiting for the moment, but before telling you anything about the end of the lecture, I would like to visit my lingering question. I asked you that whether you have to be a critical thinker or a creative thinker if you want to be an effective communicator. The answer is you need to include both in technical communication. You need to make sure that you think critically whenever the situation requires proper judgment, rationality, analytical skills. And you need to think creatively when the situation requires new ideas, unorthodox ideas, and something which is not thought before. So make proper use of your left brain as well as your right brain, and you are right on track in effective communication. Thank you so much for listening to me. This is Dhruvi Bhatt signing off. Until next time. Bye-bye, students.